You do not have to believe everything that you think. Maybe most of what you're thinking is the very reason why you haven't been able to take your life and your career to the next level. I'm super excited to share with you today these 7 steps because it has changed how I navigated through divorce, how I helped heal my daughter, how I healed myself, how I helped my clients take their life and their career to the next level. And I know you will get unstoppable if you just borrow the beliefs that I'm sharing with you in this video today. Your brain likes to keep you busy, but it also likes to keep you safe. And if there's no problem, it finds something that is a problem. Your brain is your ego, and your ego tries to protect you. So if something in the outer world doesn't fit your script, what happens is that you want to control things, right? But when you're trying to control things, you're going against nature and you don't flow with nature. You start questioning everything that is going out in the outer world. You really try to control the outer world, but you cannot control the outer world. You have a choice to control how you want to show up. If you allow the outer world to control how you show up, then you give power away. And I don't want you to give power away. I want you to help protect your power until you understand how that mind works. Here's what happened for me is that I started to replay old conversations. I started to really believe every thought that I was thinking, and my mind could not stay quiet. I would have all these inner monologues, and the monologues was not the ones, it was not my cheerleaders setting myself up for success. It was actually draining my energy. What helped me was to start listening to my heart, my intuition. What is that I really wanted to experience? And I've been traveling through a really difficult family breakup. I would worry about me losing power. There were so many things I would worry about. And when you worry, not only will your mind keep running, but also your heart muscle closes. And when your heart muscle closes, you get really tight on your body and you start to leak energy and you just contain more fear than freedom. And I came to that point in my life. I can feel I'm really emotional. That is, I no longer want to show up like that. I no longer want to be that mom who entertains fear and closes the door for freedom. So I started to reconnect with my heart, and I learned to relax into my heart. And I connected with feeling free. I connected with feeling safe. I connected with feeling calm. What I learned, you do not have to believe every thought that you think. Do not believe every thought that you think. So when I started to understand how the mind works, things started to shift for me. Step number 2, a rule that I live by is always validate your thoughts. And it's something I'm even teaching my mom right now. My dad has 6 brain tumors. There's a lot of energy in our family, a lot of fears, a lot of worries. And obviously my mom is also worried too. So I'm training my mom to actually question every thought that she's telling herself. And I would ask you, and I would invite you to do the same. Every thought that you believe to be true, have you validated those thoughts? And if you haven't validated those stories, bin that story. It doesn't serve you. I am here to help you, and I said to my clients, to help you take your life to the next level. You are in control. It is your choice. So choose the thoughts that work for you and not against you. Here's what I want you to remember. Most thoughts are noise. So do yourself that favor to clear the clutter and reclaim your energy and reclaim your power. Another thing I want you to know about the mind is that we have the logical mind and then we have the subconscious mind. The subconscious, your subconscious mind doesn't know what we believe is right and wrong. So be serious about thinking thoughts that you want to think, because then you marinate your subconscious with loving, caring thoughts. That's very important. Step number 3 in breaking the habit of excessive thinking is that of having an outcome. And what I'm sharing with you right now, I just wish somebody would have taught me when I was traveling through divorce and also when I started up my career. Always have a goal. If you are overthinking, if you're over doubting, if you're second guessing yourself, you have low self-esteem, what do you really want to believe in? I just wish somebody had told me that. So a goal could be, I wish that me and my ex-partner could be in a room together, because that would benefit my daughter. It has nothing to do with me, has nothing to do with my feelings. It's all to do with setting my girl up for success. I'm very emotional right now. Another example of coming from the goal and really think into what you want to achieve is that when my dad was diagnosed with cancer, when all the negative thought was coming up, what outcome do I really want to achieve? And that's the same process I'm taking my mom through right now when she is in her thoughts, and she cannot think any positive thoughts right now because she is, there's a lot going on in her world right now. So what is the outcome? If I hadn't trained myself to think from the outcome, from the positive solution, I would be in her thoughts as well. And I would absorb her negative emotions and her fears, and I would absorb them without even questioning. How true is that? Is that true that there's only one solution? I would be in a very different emotional state, and I would not have developed and strengthened my emotional maturity and resourcefulness. So promise yourself to choose an outcome that works for you. Step number 4, this is steep. It's all about choosing your circle. I used to share my pity party stories with anyone who wanted to listen. And I was a match for those people who actually loved dramas. What I know now to be true is that when you share your stories with people who love drama, it doesn't help you. You will not feel better. They are not in that boat to help you take your life to the next level, because then they wouldn't love dramas. They would ask, why are you thinking those thoughts right now? What is a better feeling story? My advice to you is choose your circle and only share your concern with people who actually know how to challenge you with love, so that you can reclaim your freedom. The moment you are in control of your thoughts, the moment you break the habit of excessive thinking, you have freedom. Step number 5 is all about dumping your thoughts before you go to bed. What you sleep with becomes your reality. If you go to sleep with negative thoughts, with anxious thoughts, fearful thoughts, I'm not good enough, I can't find my next job, they don't like me, I'm not heard, he doesn't like me, she doesn't like me, da-da-da-da-da, then guess what reality you're going to create. You're going to wake up demotivated, you want to stay in bed all day. Dump your brain before you go to bed. Promise me that. I tried it without dumping my brain and with the brain dumping, and I can just tell you that is a significant difference how you wake up the next morning. I write down my concerns, my thoughts, my questions, so they are out of my head. It's like closing tabs on the browser. Your mind deserves rest, and your body deserves it too. Step number 6 is a very important step, and that is choose your beliefs. Choose the beliefs that set you up for success and more success. When I was traveling through divorce, I oftentimes found myself, I am only a human being, and what I indicated with this divorce was really draining me. And guess what? It did drain me. I know now that that was the reason why I had to experience this, but I couldn't find any double blessing. I couldn't find any positive thing of going through this divorce. As I shared in the beginning, when I was stuck in overthinking, I would, without me knowing, passing on my fears, my traumas, to my daughter. Not only do you have an amazing opportunity to learn to control your mind and break the habit of excessive thinking, but you're actually setting your children up and your team members up for success, because they will oftentimes go to bed with excessive thinking that they're not good enough, they don't believe in themselves. As leaders, it's also our moral obligation to call people out with love and give them the tools that actually what you believe to be true right now is what you get. You don't get what you want, you get who you are. So you choose the thoughts that set you up for more success. and take your life to the next level. That's one thing I want you to remember. Your subconscious picks up what you believe to be true. So repeat the words that you want to remember and choose them wisely. The last step I want to share with you is the power of meditating. I want to be really open. When I started my personal development journey, I didn't meditate. I didn't do yoga. I loved running. I loved horse riding. I loved the biking. I wasn't that woman who could sit still and meditate. I didn't even believe in that. At that point in time, I didn't understand what spirituality was. So if you are there right now, just listen to me and borrow my belief. The power of meditating will help you connect with that new reality you want to create. And obviously, you are ready to break the habit of obsessive thinking. So what do you want to think? What is that next version of you? How does she show up in the morning? What thoughts does she think? What does she believe to be true? That's what I take time out to do each and every morning, and actually do it throughout the day, because I now know the power of connecting with my next reality. It's not just woo-woo. I thought it was woo-woo in the beginning, but it isn't. So if you want to create something, create your future. If you do not take time out to meditate, guess what happens? You're going to repeat your past. Your brain is the record of your past. The only way you can create a future is actually to create it. Do yourself that favor to create your future. I'm not a genius, but if I can do it, you can too. That's how I replaced the addiction to fear and feeling less than with a devotion to create freedom, with peace, and feel safe in my body. These 7 tools help me go from anxiety, migraine, fearing the future, to feeling relaxed, feeling light, feeling effortless, daring to show up, freedom to speak, and really enjoying my life. And I hope these tools will help you too. That's the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click over here to watch my latest update. Let me know in the comments below if there's any topic or question you'd love me to cover. Hit the subscribe button if you want more content on mindset, leadership, and personal freedom. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.